Hey guys, this is Sal over at happypennystocks.com. Just want to talk to you guys about, penny stock investing and kind of what it's done for me. A lot of people, you guys still sending me those messages, and I really feel sorry for you who believe that penny stock investing is a scam. You believe that day trading in general is a scam. I really feel sorry for you guys, man. Like, I really feel sorry for you. There are people who are making millions of dollars a day sitting in front of a couple monitors making a lot of money in a very short period of time. There are people in this world that make 100,000, 150,000 a day. Yes. There are people in this world who make $1 million in a month sitting in front of a terminal. I still can't explain to my parents that I make $4,000 a month on my laptop doing absolutely nothing. I have my own apartment. I have my own car. I don't do it. I mean, it's hard to explain to people this. People who just have it in their head that I have to go to school and I have to get a 9-to-5 job. And I get it. I was one of those people. I would go to college and I'll get a 9-to-5 job and I would, retire with like a pension or a 401k. You don't have to be that person, dude. I go to college because I want to now, not because I have to. It's a lot different for me. My dad has a PhD, so I got to get one too, even though I'm never going to use this. But just the fact that he set a goal and I want to be able to say that I got it too. That's just a personal goal for me. But I don't need to work because I invest every single day into building a business for myself, into building a skill. Learning how to trade stocks is a skill, and you can learn it. You may not be able to have a great jump shot. You may not be able to hit a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, but you can learn how to trade stocks, dude. You can do that. You can do that. There are dozens of websites out there where you can practice. You can practice day trading. But most of you guys don't do that. Most of you guys will not do that. And if you do it, you'll do it for a day or two and then you'll quit. But imagine if for a month you put in a good 5 hours a day in learning about finance. Imagine how much more intelligent you would be in learning how to make money and figuring out how to make money. Just imagine 5 hours a day for 1 month. For 1 month, 30 days, 180 hours of studying finance. That's more than that's more than a college degree. If we break down the hours, because you only get really the last 60 credit hours of a bachelor degree in finance is really about finance. And that's just scratching the surface of the beginning. By the end of the first week, you're going to be getting into the deeper ends of the study of finance or the more complicated sections of it. This is not a scam. Your 9-to-5 is a scam. If you work for a corporate company, let's say a Fortune 500 company, you have yourself probably down here. You probably don't even get benefits. You have your middle managers, senior managers, and then you have your CEO that gets stock options, probably a corporate jet, a lot more perks than you get. And you're at the bottom and you're hoping that maybe in 10 years you'll get a promotion, hoping, maybe you'll make it up to middle management. But like most people, you're either going to get fired or you're going to, get another job. And that's sad because you're working for someone else's dream. All right. You can work 20 years at a corporation. Okay. 20 years at a corporation and then you die. You know what happens? You just used to be that guy who used to work for that corporation. You can't pass on anything to your kids. If you were to build a financial services company, right? Starting today, I'm going to start a financial services company, a company that takes small businesses profit or public. What I do. Imagine where you would be if you put in 2 years of effort into that venture. Imagine, just imagine where you would be financially. Instead of putting your time into making other people rich, you put your time into making yourself rich. Working on your own dream. But, I understand sometimes, you've built up so many obligations for yourself that you can't even start your own dream. Because now you've got kids and you've got a mortgage and you can't even get started on your dreams. You're so fucked up. That's why it's important to start. For you younger folks who are watching me, start on your dreams now. Don't wait till you have a fiance or a wife or kids. And now you got bills. You got immediate needs. And you cannot build a business with immediate needs like that. It's very hard. You got to juggle a 9 to 5 and trying to do your venture. And that's hard. Because now you're just delaying your success because you can't dedicate 100% to what you really want to do. So it's people who say this is a scam. It's not a scam, man. It's about dedicating yourself to building a skill. And some people are really great at it. And some people who, they just don't understand how it works. They don't understand how to win. They call it a scam. It's just like anything else. Is that like multi-level marketing or any of that stuff, that online businesses, about getting money. If people don't know how to do it, if they refuse to dedicate time on how to learn how to do it, they call it a scam. And don't get me wrong, there are pyramid schemes. Yeah, of course, those exist. But I'm talking about people who generally just make money doing common sense things. Buying cheap, selling high. That's all we're doing. It's all it is. Penny stock investing. That's all it is. Just buying dirt cheap. Common sense marketing principles. And then we're selling. And that's all we're doing. We're not doing anything else. There's no chart reading here. There's no technical analysis here. There's not even fundamental analysis really. Maybe if you're holding and you're in maybe 10 days into it and you've been holding the stock, and maybe you can do a little bit of technical analysis of that. But other than that, it's just fundamentals of marketing. That's all it is. So when you're ready to get rich, when you're ready to seriously start making money, send me an email, send me a message. I'm here. All right, guys, take care.